In a world oversaturated with more opinions and
more opinions
or with whoops, Alex and the Garbage Man. Yes.
Alex is alive. He hasn't been eaten by a zombie horde yet.
But I got my baseball bat at the front door in case anyone comes a knocking.
Wow, eh? Like, so with what's happening there now, does it just show how fast, like, if something were to really happen, like an end of days situation, just how fast the whole world would just implode?
Or at least a section of the world would degenerate.
Yes, just how fast. Yeah. And for the few people that are listening and will listen later, and of course Sarah will listen later, and she has sent me photos from Prince George. We're talking about everybody in British Columbia going back fat.
No, back fat. Go with back fat.
Back fat fucking crazy. And buying every ounce or every morsel of food because apparently there was only one highway in all of British Columbia that could bring. Now, it's tragic what's happened. It is unreal what has happened in southern BC. But there are more roads to British Columbia, people. There are other methods to get things to people. Now, it might take a little longer, of course. But we're not talking end of days, day after tomorrow or whatever when the world goes cold and fucking everyone's gonna die. Like, you don't need 27,000 pounds of fucking hamburger. Like, you will eat again. Like, it's the toilet paper stuff. Like, have you been out and about down in Vancouver? Like, is it pandemonium at the grocery stores down there?
No, I went by a grocery store, a gas station, and a convenience store, and there were no riots. There were no people rushing in and out, no broken windows, no fires, no people beating each other up on the sidewalk. It's not happening. But then again, apparently at the moment, the entire Vancouver Lower Mainland is cut off from the rest of the country, except via shipment from China or other places on the water. So we can still receive docked shipments. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's this pandemonium is going to happen right away. It's going to take some time for the stock to deplete from the back of the grocery store onto the shelves and then be taken away. And we got nothing coming in, so we've got nothing on the shelves. That's going to take more than a few days. So it's a delayed reaction. But when it does happen, then people are really going to panic. But they're already panicking, as you said.
And again, we're not talking like we have, I mean, this is really far out there to the situation that the Vancouver is in right now. We've been dropping fucking UNICEF packages in Africa for how many years via plane with parachutes and shit? Like, we will get you guys stuff no matter what. We will figure this out. So, like, it's not like end of days and you guys are like the last little section and like, it's unreal just how fast did it happen? Like, this happened. When did all the flooding happen? On Monday?
Yeah.
And I think Sarah sent me pictures. It wasn't yesterday or Tuesday. And everything was cleaned out in like Superstore and Costco. It's just like, holy shit, guys. Like, but it just shows how everybody, we'll help people. But the minute something goes wrong, it's every man for themselves, every family for themselves.
It shows how little a lot of people have faith in the current system, that they think, oh, it's going to go down right away. We got to panic buy absolutely everything, including toilet paper again.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, and so I know, well, maybe I don't know, but I know Ryan was a hunter. I don't think he is anymore. I can shoot a gun. I haven't shot a gun in years, but I know how to hunt. I know how to field dress an animal, so we actually had this discussion at work, and it's like it would be interesting to see, like, because I, like, for instance, like my kid, he can't shoot a fucking gun. He can't load a gun. It's never. So, like, when the shit hits the fan, like, who, yeah, that's just it, Chad. I've always said, like, truckers always bitched about wages and they wanted more money, which I think truckers are very vastly underpaid. Just stop turning a wheel. Stop driving for 4 days. You want to see the world fucking go, you can have whatever you want? Just stop driving.
I started watching Jman's videos recently from the beginning when he started uploading in April, and I'm about halfway through now. So I recommend, if anyone wants the opinion or the point of view of a trucker, Jman's Road Rants. You can find it in the description.
Yeah, and it's just it'd be amazing to see how fast the world. So, and so Alex is good, and I like getting into the crux of things. I happened to see a video, and it was actually this happened 5 months ago, but it was one of those things that popped on my video thing. It was a Bill Maher clip. So, and I actually found the story. And this is from 5 months ago. Just remember that, guys. But this is just the hilarity of the world we're in. This is how fast things break down. But this is the stuff we're worried about now. Okay, we're not worried about food chain or food stuffs, as long as our portable meals are there. This is what we're worried about in the world. Okay. Lin-Manuel Miranda apologizes for lack of diversity in the Heights. So I only came across this because it was a Bill Maher clip, and Bill Maher, of course, is a liberal, and he actually said to this gentleman, Lin-Manuel Miranda, to please stop fucking apologizing, because he had apologized because he had a play come out in New York about the Heights, which is centered around New York's Latino community. He had to apologize for failing to adequately represent Latinos in his latest musical project. I don't even know is that. So Afro, was that black? Black, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming.
So, yeah, that'd be my guess. So the Hamilton star posted a note to social media on Monday acknowledging that the casting for his latest project, set in the diverse neighborhood of Washington Heights in Upper Manhattan, had lapsed into colorism, broadly defined as a prejudice or discrimination against darker skin tones within the same racial group. Who the fuck, so, when I see a white person, it's a white person, right? Like, when I see, but even like my buddy, the Irish guy I talked to, yeah, I know he's Irish because he talks, but if I saw him, he's just a white dude, right? Brent, a guy I work with, he's a little darker. He's tan. Like he's always out. Like, he likes to bike and hike and stuff like that. He's still a white dude. And like, oh, you're darker. Good. My wife is a little bit of a darker skin tone, just a touch, like not super, but she is. I've never ever even looked at her and went, oh, if I could only whitewash her. I don't. It's almost like looking for a fight just to be in a fight.
Yeah, again, it's the nitpicking, getting down to whatever crumbs are left in terms of an argument.
You're right, Chad. But that's just it. But the thing is, it probably wasn't just two, Chad. That's the thing, because he apologized on Twitter, and we've had this, Chad. Me and you have had these discussions 100 times. We'll probably have them another 100 more times, and we've talked about it here on this show. It's those people who sit on Twitter and have no fucking life, and that's all they do. They just fight and they fight. But a lot of it, Chad, is also virtual signaling, right? Where they're going, oh, I'm upset too. I'm not really sure why I'm mad, but I'm mad. But my job is to be mad, so I'm going to be mad.
They want a doggy pile.
Yeah, and it's not just the liberals either. It's both sides. They're just ridiculous, right? So yeah. I heard this story, and it's this, in the world we live in right now, I know with the Black Lives Matters and like we're looking for racial diversity, and we're looking for everyone to be equal, which we've always promoted on this show. To get to that nitpicking now, that you didn't have the right group of the colored people you wanted, like it's just like you said, and Alex, you described it the best. It's like you're just picking those crumbs now. We've bitched about everything else, and now we're just looking for those nuggets to bitch about.
Yeah, all the low-hanging fruit has been picked. Now we're on the ground.
Yeah, it's kind of like music. It really is. Like, I mean, a lot of people have discussed, and it's always been a topic of when do you run out of music? Like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, we haven't completely ran out of music, but it kind of seems like with rock and roll we're getting there, right? Like, it's just like it's gonna take a lot to to impact big time, kind of like Zeppelin and your stages of music, if you will, like Chuck Berry to the Beatles to Black Sabbath to the 80s hair metal to Nirvana to the new metal by Ray. Again, I will say Rage Against the Machine started that, but other people will say more like the Limp Bizkit and Deftones, but they're wrong and I'm right. So I wonder what and that's why I was going with like the low hanging fruit, because there's not really any fruit left, right? All the good stuff's been kind of done.
Yeah, Tony Iommi wrote all the good guitar riffs, and everyone's been ripping them off for 30 or 40 years, like Rob Zombie has said.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because I have no idea what he's talking about. I watched, I don't even know where I watched Tony Iommi talking, and he said what he did, and I'm just like, I wonder like how high he was when he was like, I got a great idea. And I can do that, I do that, and this. And then wow, that was cool, right? Like, I wonder, you know what I mean? Like, it just, I say that with like anybody that writes music, good, decent music. You're just kind of like, how did you get there? Like, how did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, I think, yeah, it's in the comparison to that. And even movies, really. Like, God, can you think of an idea that they could come out with where you'd be like, oh, that was a great movie? Like, the last one I can, and it's really just a play off other things, but it was super interesting. Like, I've seen cool movies, but a huge, like, holy snap and arseholes Batman, like, didn't really have a story, but was like Avatar. Because I really enjoyed the movie. I really enjoyed the movie, and I thought it was super cool. And it's not an original idea. It's about saving a planet, right? But just like everything that went into it was really cool. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I'm not including Marvel movies in there because they all got Marvel comics that are kind of there to give them the backstory. You know what I mean? So kind of seems like we're getting that way in our life, eh? Like everything's kind of, is it hitting a ceiling? Could you say?
In terms of creativity and originality, perhaps. But in order to determine that, sometimes you have to either listen to a lot of music from years and years past and or watch a whole shitload of movies from years and years past in order to gauge what stories have been told, the characters, the plot. Are you telling a comedy or a tragedy? Someone had said, and this was years ago, that there are basically 7 storylines when it comes to telling stories, making movies, novels, plays, etc. And with music, there are only so many different intros you can do. Either it's vocals or drums or bass or guitar or a combination thereof. And once you've exhausted all those combinations, and you can do that within the span of 5 years, then you pretty much run out of originality in terms of how to start telling a story. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of movies over the past few years, and there are still good stories out there, but they're few and far between. And some movies, they start off strong and they end weak. They devolve into the old cliche that we've seen in 100 other movies. Some of them, they got to go really far out on a limb in order to keep their audience. And I think that's the turning point that we're at right now. We know characters, we know plot, we know cliches. So in order to keep pushing the envelope and bringing up something new, you got to go really far outside the box, to the point where you can't see the box anymore. You're creating a new box, or you're creating a new shape, or you're going somewhere for the sake of going somewhere to keep the audience guessing in perpetuity.
And really, like, Marvel did such a good job throughout all their movies doing that. I thought like they were excellent to tie them all together the way they did over the span. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Like, I mean, when I see what's coming out, I have no interest in going to the theater to see any movies right now. None, like zero.
I go on the Internet Movie Database quite a bit when I look for new movies, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll sort by year. And with the way the IMDb is set up now, in order to do that, you used to be able to go to, I don't know, any movie. Let's say you were on the Back to the Future IMDb page.
Okay.
Up at the top beside the title would be the year, and you could click on the year and it would bring you to 1985, where all media was released that year. Well, this time you have to sort, you have to do an advanced search on the IMDb, and you have to sort between January 1st of one year and December 31st of that same year in order to get all the results from a year. So I do that every once in a while. I'll be looking through all feature films that came out in 2009, for example, and I'll read some of the synopses, and they look boring as hell. And I can scroll through 50 results per page, and I'll be going through 500, 600, 700 movies. And there's very few that I want to see because the tagline or the synopsis just doesn't get me.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But then again, you just got to take a chance every once in a while. And with me, it's either the synopsis, or who's in it, or who the director is, or who the writer is. Or sometimes, if it's got a low view count or vote count, but a high rating, that intrigues me, because I'm still with You Missed It. So I'm always looking for something that has passed people by over the years. And that's one of my metrics.
Can you think of a movie off the top of your head? I was trying to think of one that like didn't do well in the theater, but like killed it in like home. And I know there's a couple on my brain that are like I want to say The Big Lebowski didn't do shit in the theater, and then when it hit like video stores, it went nuts. I could be mistaken though.
Perhaps. I immediately default to cult classics, so the Rocky Horror Picture Show comes up.
Yeah. Yes.
And same with the Boondock Saints. I think that really killed it on home video.
Reservoir Dogs killed it on home video.
Yeah.
I don't think it did much in the theaters.
Let us know how Ghostbusters is, Brody. And you too, Chad.
Chad, yeah.
Yeah. I usually don't see too much in the theater anymore because I'm busy catching up on what came out in years past. For example, what did I watch today? The Lincoln Lawyer from 2011 with Matthew McConaughey. It's a decent film. It's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so Boondock Saints. Yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, so I have here 13 box office flops that became hugely successful on DVD. So we can discuss this. Number 1, Fight Club.
I can't believe that didn't do well in the theater.
So it reportedly cost $63 million to make, but only took $32 million in the box office.
Oof.
But then won tons of awards. We used to beat the piss out of each other. We loved Fight Club.
remember you and me were doing that in the parking lot of the Prince George Costco?
Yeah.
And there was this older woman watching us from about 20 feet away, and we finished, and she looks at us and she says, "Are you guys okay?"
Are you guys over? Like, yeah, we're good. Speaking of being and doing stuff stupid in Prince George, do you remember when we were at the McDonald's by Spruce Land? And it was me, you, and Mackie. Maybe Labatuck was there. And we came out of the machine, or out of McDonald's, and Kevin did something, and he was like, "Bah!" And he fucking threw his milkshake on the ground because there was a kid beside the vehicle, and then Kevin was like, "Bah!" Do you not remember that? And he fucking like screamed at the kid like he was handicapped, and it was like, oh my fucking god. That was the same trip when you went up to the counter and like, I want a Big Mac, but I want it to look like that one. That was the same McDonald's. That was the same thing. And we got outside.
Because I remembered Falling Down from 1993 with Michael Douglas. And why doesn't this look like that?
And that's what you said. I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. So, but then Kevin, we got outside. He was just like, bah! It's the most ridiculous fucking thing in the world. Another good one is, I remember when we got stopped in traffic. We were coming home it was me, you, and that stupid twat you had for a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Andrea.
Bitch. Yeah. And I had a flat of beer in the back, and I gave the flagger a beer. Remember? I'm like, hey, come here. And he's like, you want a beer? He's like, yeah, I do. And he's like, you got a cup? And I poured it into his cup for him, and he fucking smashed it. It's going to be a little warm. He's like, I don't give a fuck. We're on the side of the road.
I don't know whose car it was, but there were 4 of us in a car, and you and I were on the passenger side, and we were turning right onto not the Hart Highway, but across from the main drag across from Spruce Land, and we picked up the wooden barricade as we were pulling by.
Dude, we took that from fucking in Wes Buckley's car. I held onto it all the way from fucking. I think we were down at the mall because we were drunk.
Yeah.
And we went to Boston Pizza, and I drug it all the way from Spruce, like Park. Where did Wes pick us up? It was. I'm positive it was Wes Buckley. I'm positive it was Wes Buckley.
Wes Buckley, please call in.
It might have been Kim though too, but I don't think it was. But we drug it all the way up to Boston Pizza.
Yeah. And
then the next weekend we went to Prince George party again, and the barricade was sitting outside Boston Pizza still, just in the bushes. It's like, huh? Look at that. Oh God, we were so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways, back. See, that's what I love about this show. We just went, woo, and now we're right back. All right, number 2. I didn't mind this movie. I thought it was overrated myself, but number 2 was Donnie Darko.
Love that movie.
It only made $517,000 domestically. Yeah, but it reportedly made $10 million off the back of DVD sales.
Yeah, and one of the guys I went to college with, Wilson, he loves that movie. I wouldn't be surprised if he sunk a few $100s into DVD sales on that.
Yes, I remember Esther Zinn Ryan. Actually, because I think Marlena, remember Marv, drove me, Redneck, and Mackie to Prince.
I remember Marlena.
Was up partying.
Yeah.
And Ryan, and I know Ryan's going to agree. He'll say, yeah, I was right. Mackie was still wanting us to pay because me and you were like, fuck it. We're going to go get a hotel at Esther's and we're going to get fucked up. Because the next night we were partying with the girls at their condo.
Yeah.
But we decided, fuck it. We're going to go out to Joe's. Remember? And he was like dropping hints that he wanted to like come, but he didn't have the money to. And then like Marv dropped us off. We're like, hey, bye. And he was so mad at us and then the next morning, like me and Ryan, we went to Burger King, remember? And I'm as big as a car, can you please give me food? Remember? And then you went out after we had Burger King. You disappeared to go get Boston Pizza, I think.
Oof, I don't remember that.
No, it was just me and Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just me and Ryan. Yeah, and then Mackie was mad at us because the next night he's like, Hey, just so you dickheads know, I had to sit here and listen to some word we're not allowed to use anymore. Sing Amazing Fucking Grace all night. Because there was a homosexual at Leslie's and Courtney's place, and he was singing Amazing Grace, and poor Kevin got stuck there. He was so fucking mad at us. Yeah, because you did go get Boston Pizza. We have Burger King. They are Wendy's or Burger King? Burger King. Because they fed us through the drive-thru because we were funny. So they actually took our order through the drive-thru. And they walking. We walked through. And then you went and got that's fucking hilarious. So memories. Love this show. So number 3, I hear The Big Lebowski. It cost $15 million to make, but it only made $2 million in profit at the American box office.
And people nowadays love that movie.
It's one of the best comedies in the 25 years. It's even spawned its own festival.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 4. So for the guys that just got here, because a couple of people did show up, this is 13 box office flops that became hugely successful on DVD. And that all started because the first one was Fight Club, and we went down a fucking wormhole of dumb shit we did. Because we used to fight Fight Club and stuff. And hello, Jennifer.
Good evening, Jen.
See, and I never watched this. Number 5. Okay, number 4 was The Blade Runner, which is weird because I remember I enjoyed that movie. I haven't watched it in a very, very long time. The Blade Runner.
I heard that when it came out, yes, it was a flop, but again, over time, and it took a while to find its audience. It eventually gained that audience. Now there's more than one version, and I don't know if the narrated version was the one that was in theaters or not. But I've seen both, and I love them both. Doesn't matter to me. It's Blade Runner.
So it cost $13 million to make. It recouped only $6 million in its first week in the American cinemas. But then Riley put out director's cut in 92 and the final cut in 2007. They became 2 of the most popular and talked about home releases ever.
Yep.
Number 5 was Dread.
Oh, from 2012.
Yeah, 2012. Yep.
With Carl Urban. Yeah. That was all right.
I never saw it, so I don't know.
It's a more serious version.
So number 6, this is ridiculous because we know exactly why. It's because guys my age, Alex's age, Ryan's age, Brody probably didn't even know how to use his wiener yet. I'm sure he still doesn't know how to use it. But number 6 is Showgirls. Yeah, it did shit in the theater because we couldn't go watch it. But of course, it made over $100 million in the U.S. alone because 15-year-olds like me wanted to see fucking Girl from Saved by the Bell naked. Jesse Spano.
Yeah.
We all wanted to see her naked. So, of course, dig.
That's just like Barbed Wire. Barbed Wire was, I think it was PG-13. It had Pam Anderson. It was a terrible movie. It didn't cost a lot to make, but it made a lot because Pam Anderson was in it, and the trailer was very seductive.
Yes. So this here is one of my favorite movies ever. Now, coming in at number 7, Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yeah. Richard Linklater.
Love it. I love Dazed and Confused. Yeah, and the soundtrack. Two of the best soundtracks ever. Right?
Yep.
Number 8, and this is kind of shocking because I figured it would have really brought more people in, but it didn't, is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Love that movie.
I loved it too, but it only brought in $10.5 million in the box office on an $18 million budget. But of course, DVDs, it fucking, went crazy, right? I've not seen this, so I'm sure Alex is going to say I need to see it. Number 9 is Wet Hot American Summer.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, I haven't seen it either, and it stars Bradley Cooper, Amy Poehler, and Paul Rudd. This 2001 comedy only made $295,000 on a $1.8 million budget.
What year is this from?
2001.
Yeah, I could see why.
Okay, so number 10, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Which version?
The first one, the original, 71.
Ooh, with Gene Wilder.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it totally an awesome movie? Well, I guess I don't know what he's talking about, but If I don't know if Ryan's talking about Wet Hot American Summer. Yes, he is too. And it did have a prequel starring the entire original cast. Yes. Okay, number 11. And if you don't like this movie, there is something wrong with you, in my opinion. Number 11, Office Space. Oh, good Lord. What a great fucking movie. Number 12. And you want to know what? My buddy that I game with says this is a very underrated movie. And I think I saw it when it first came out. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I love that movie. Good Lord. I didn't see that until last year at least, and I watched it twice, and then I showed my girlfriend because I loved it that much.
I'll have to see it then.
That's an Edgar Wright movie. Edgar Wright did Shaun of the Dead and other movies like that.
It's so movie.
Good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And number 13, the only reason I watched this movie is because my co-host was going to the theater to see it, dressed up as whatever the boy's name was, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went with Courtney. She had never seen any of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I'm like, what? Let's go.
Yeah, but I had never seen it either. Do you remember where we watched it?
I'm sure that theater is closed now.
No, I didn't go to the theater with you. We and you watched it at someone's house beforehand because you sat because you had printed out everything you had to say during the movie.
Yeah.
You wanted to watch it with a group of friends. Do you remember whose house we were at when we watched it?
I thought it was at Courtney and Leslie's place.
You are incorrect, sir.
Ooh.
It was at Mr. James Deaton's house.
Wow.
Yep. In the basement, we watched it. I will say, that Time Warp song is pretty fucking cool.
It is catchy, yeah.
It is a very catchy tune with a young Meatloaf. Very young Meatloaf. Who was actually thinking about not doing the movie because Tim Curry came out in full dress.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, in the 70s, Meatloaf is from Texas, and of course, the Texas boy was like, "Oh, I don't fucking think so." But it's a good thing he, changed this tune.
Yes, Ryan, that's the first time I remember seeing Rocky Horror Picture Show as well with Susan Herzog at MSS After Hours. Yep, because she loved that.
Okay, so, well, you've had some time off work, right? How creative did you get? Well, because I was hoping to see some new shit, so...
Not at all.
I was really looking forward to some new stuff.
I squandered my time by watching the 3 sequels to Jaws.
Sorry to hear that.
I also watched the entire Hatchet trilogy.
Awesome.
With Kane Hodder.
Fucking love Hatchet.
And Danielle Harris is in the 2nd and the 3rd.
Ooh, great. Speaking of fuck, I saw it today. It is Sleepaway Camp's anniversary today. 35th anniversary, I think.
Came out in 83.
It was at 83 it came out? Yeah.
So 38 years.
How did Best Little Whorehouse do at the box office? The fuck do I know? Google that shit, bitch.
You're supposed to know. You were born mentally in the 70s. I don't know.
Shit, right? I thought you just automatically knew that stuff.
How do you not have it tattooed?
Yeah. Best Little Whorehouse box office. Oh, apparently there's 8 million sites involving Little Whorehouse. Did $69.7 million US. So I did good.
Giggity.
Wasn't it just South Park what were they looking up? What the fuck is wrong with German people? So what were they looking up? Remember? Was it the movie? Brody, help me out. Ryan, help me out. And the boys there's like 8 million websites. So let's click on the first one. Was it the shit video? Oh yeah, Cartman's mom was in the shit video. Remember? Was it the movie?
I don't think it was the movie.
Oh, help me out here. And the boy's like, "Oh, what the fuck is wrong with German people? Yes, it was because they Ville la Resistance. That's what they were doing.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hey, dude, look up. Oh yeah, look up the clitoris. That's what it was. And look up the clitoris." Remember? What the fuck is wrong with German people?
Yeah, German Scheiser film.
Scheiser
Yeah.
video. That's what it was. Yeah, Scheiser. Oh fuck! All right, what else is on the docket?
I pulled a bunch of, well, not a bunch, a couple of screenshots from what people were sharing on Facebook with regards to the food shortage. Mom, you tell me if you were in a German Scheiser video, right? This was my favorite one, so I'm going with this one. And of course, this stars everyone's favorite doctor, Dr. Lecter.
Oh, yes, I saw that. I thought you were going to say Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. Bad news. You see this thumbprint? Do you see this smudge? It looks like my thumbprint. No, it's brain trauma.
Really?
Really?
Interesting.
I'm going to have to pay attention to that. Okay, next one.
This one's a little bit more serious. So when you're busy emptying the shelves, think of the hunchback grandmas. Especially when you're hawking all that toilet paper. Wow. Well, I guess you got to go somewhere with a storyline. Well,
yeah, I mean, but you know what? We're watching Simpsons every night before we go to bed. This is what we throw on Disney Plus before watch an episode or two, and I regret not watching them because they're pretty fucking funny still.
Mm-hmm.
They are still pretty funny. But yeah, that grandma one, I saw that the first round when the toilet paper was getting eaten up.
One of my friends on the island, she is with, I think it's highway safety, and she had saved that. Now, I picked this because apparently people are being abusive toward highway maintenance staff, and that just blows my fucking mind.
Stop. For a guy that did it for a decade, I used to get people flipping me off when I was plowing 5 inches of snow off the road.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't shock me. That does not shock me at all. People are fucking assholes.
Yeah. The entitlement is off the charts at this point. We can talk about white privilege as a thing, but when you're abusing verbally highway maintenance staff and people in snow plows and people who are doing their job so that you can get from point A to point B, that's just a level of stupidity that I myself cannot resonate or relate to.
And like I said, dude, I lived it for 10 years. And people are ignorant assholes. I think that's why I don't have a lot of time and sympathy for stupid people because of what I dealt with for really from 2007 because I was a long haul trucker up until I left Boker. I was dealing with people on the highway all the time. People are fucking assholes.
Now you've seen Jman's Road Rants as well, I assume.
I have not watched any of them.
They're pretty interesting. Some of his earlier ones, like he was talking about an 18-wheeler when it's fully loaded has better stopping power than one that is not fully loaded. And I didn't know this. Because I guess it all depends on your need to stop. If you have to stop suddenly, maybe the momentum would push you forward so you can't stop as well. Mm-hmm. But when you've got weight over all the tires, then it's easier to come to a complete stop or slow down more effectively.
Makes sense, right? There's more weight down on the tires, right? So,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a big swerve here. Or do you have more pictures or so? I'm sorry.
I got 2 more, but we don't have to get into them right away.
Well, we can just go, like, because I was just going through global news, and I'd seen some of this earlier, but 2 men convicted of killing Malcolm X were exonerated after new evidence has been found. Yeah. More than a half century after the assassination of Malcolm X, 2 of his convicted killers were exonerated Thursday after decades of doubt about who was responsible for the civil rights icon's death. Wow. Holy shit. So yeah, these guys they've maintained their innocence since 65. Were paroled in the 80s, and the one died in 2009.
Oof.
Wow. Interesting.
And this happened in the early 60s.
Early 60s, yeah.
Fucking old. Well, I guess we got to go back to being suspicious of the CIA, just like with JFK.
Mm-hmm. That JFK one always... God, I get down wormholes in that one. It's just like...
Yeah.
I really do.
There are so many avenues to go with that one, especially if you watch the Oliver Stone JFK movie from 1991.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fascinating. Great storytelling, by the way, that movie.
Yeah, it's unreal. Okay, let's look at those other 2 pictures while we're...
So you had said you were doing snowplow for a few years, and this is a reminder to people who are going to complain about people driving slow on the highway when it snows, who some of these people could be. And I'm always not always, but more and more as I get older, I'm more in favor of safety than I am speed, thankfully, because I wouldn't have a license right now if that weren't the case.
Yeah, and that's what drives me nuts when I drive, because we said it last week when Jagger was commenting on that person's the driving, like, oh, well, were you speeding or not? It doesn't matter. Now, if someone's doing 10 kilometers an hour on Mayor McGrath Drive in Lethbridge, yeah, someone should probably call the police because there's something going on. Or if someone is in distress, they should put their 4-way blinkers on. Like, hey, I'm having issues here or something. I'm trying to get off the road. Yeah. But your job when you're driving behind somebody is to maintain a safe following distance.
Yep.
So, yeah. And I've seen that. I used to be that guy when I was plowing snow. You came up and got on my ass. I couldn't see. I just push a button on my console, on my control panel. It would make sand just instantly dump. It's called blast mode. You want to see someone back up in a fucking hurry? Yep.
Nice little subtle reminder.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. Jman talks about that when people go to pass truckers on the highway. When he puts on his turn signal to pull into the passing lane, all of a sudden 6 or 7 vehicles that are behind him all of a sudden have to pass him at the same time.
Happens all the time.
That's exactly what he talks about. Yeah.
Yep. But and that being said, though, too, that's also the big problem that I see, especially when I'm back home. And yeah, I'm a red tag now. Sorry, I got to put a sock on. I'm a red tag now, but when you get those flatlanders driving in fucking northern BC and they come up to all those curves and they're doing 80, driving 80, scared shitless. As soon as there's a straight stretch in the passing lane, whoa, 120.
Yeah.
All the time. All the fucking time.
Yep.
It drives like I had a guy pass me. This is when we went home last. I did the speed limit all the way through the park. Okay, because there's no point in speeding through the park. I don't want to hit an animal and the time and again, I'm not that much of a hurry. He passed me as we got into Banff on the 4-lane highway, and I mean went past me like his fucking hair was on fire. I just, and I recognized, he went past me quick, but I noticed it was like a fleet plate. It was a rental vehicle. I'm like, okay. We get into the park and we're going and we're getting kind of into the windy shit, the mountain stuff. And sure as shit, who do I get fucking stuck behind? That same guy that fucking went past me like his fucking hair was on fire. Yeah. And then like he was just, you could see like he was just gripping that steering wheel. He'd be coming up to a curve and he'd be slowing down to like 60. I'm like, fuck, it's a curve, dude. Calm down.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why there are posted speed signs and limits for pretty much everything out there. Some of the curves from Prince George to Mackenzie, you got to slow down from, what was it, 90 or 100 down
100.
to 50.
Yeah. Ooh. Huh. So I think we talked about this last week that a councilman here, I can talk about it. It's public news. It's on the Tabor Times. It's a public forum. It's on everywhere that a town councillor showed up unfit for work. And he actually showed up inebriated to the swearing in of the council.
Wow.
It is on YouTube. It is not a good look. And all that has to happen right now is that he has to apologize.
What?
Yep.
Was he not drunk in public?
Yep. It's been requested. So anyone that wants to see this, it is on the Tabor Times. This is from the editorial section that's called Punishment Doesn't Fit the Actions with Town Councillor Found in Breach of Code of Conduct. And everybody in here right now, if we showed up to work drunk, would be immediately probably fired.
Probably, yeah. Zero tolerance.
Yep. Or at least, you should be stepping down and maybe you need to find some help. Right? If you're having issues. So,
yeah.
This person brought up in here, I won't read the whole thing, but it's brought up punishment that like 3 MD counselors were found in breach of code of conduct and were censored, sanctions against them, removed from council, some people. So, yeah. I don't understand that. Yeah. It's just not a good look. And again, Tabor's in the news for more great news. Like, fuck.
Was this person slurring their words and, flopping around? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that is a problem.
I remember Chadney messaged me one day, and I think this was after, a bunch of Canadian geese got shot, and we were in the news again. And he calls, he's like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with your town? I'm like, I don't, because we make national news. Like we have the Footloose law where you're not allowed to hang out in a bunch of groups, and we talked about this long ago. The burning of the gay pride flag twice, bunch of geese getting shot and fucking in the area. Now we got a counselor that's, inebriated. It's just like, Tabor, what are we doing?
Would it be fair at this point to call Tabor the Florida of Alberta?
Oh, sometimes I think so. I love this little town. I really do, but goodness. Wow.
The don't swear proposal, hey?
Yeah. Don't swear. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, and I remember when we talked about this on one of the old shows, because I'm pretty sure we did. And it's just like, you really need to be told not to curse and swear in public and spit, on the ground and be rude and ignorant. I remember that was happening. Yeah, we had this discussion at one time. So I don't know. There just seems to be a lot of backlash. Oh, wow. There's a lot of votes. So there's actually a poll. Are you satisfied with the censure handed out to the breach of code of conduct of Tabor? 80% no, 20% yes, 75 votes no, 19 yes. Wow. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Don't swear proposal. Yep, don't swear.
So one final one, and this is for the panic shoppers out there, although I'm sure none of them are going to see any of not only this on our show, but this anywhere else because they're too busy, I don't know, being scared in their closet, clutching their toilet paper or something. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw this one on Facebook, and this is more of These addressing panic shoppers and stockpilers. You don't need 14 pounds of ground beef or 6 dozen eggs. Fuck you. I'll take it if I want to. And you can't stop me because my freedom, my freedom.
My freedom, my freedom.
That's the argument against everything these days. My freedom, my freedom.
I just don't need that much shit. Like, man, I don't know.
And you can freeze meat for a good 6 months or so, but eggs and milk, no, those are perishable pretty well. And as it says in the beginning, the supply chain is simply delayed. It is not stopped. That is very important. It is not stopped.
It's just, guys, they gotta come around instead of, coming from the coast. They're gonna come I think Brian said, and I don't know for sure, but it makes sense that a lot of the farm stuff comes from Calgary and Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
The road's still there, guys. So, goodness. Hey, my kid made the fucking write-up for their football game. Yeah, I forgot to say this because, so the boys, that's awesome. The boys won their game on Saturday, so we are now going to Canmore. And if the boys win in Canmore, then we go to Edmonton next weekend, and they get to play at Commonwealth where the Elks play for the Tier 4 Alberta Championship.
Pretty cool.
That's what I thought. I had to take a picture of this and send it to people. And there's my boy. There's my boy with his freedoms for interceptions. It didn't work. Let me let him know that he made the paper because he's cool. So what's up?
Made the paper. We made the paper once.
Well, you made the paper as Dracula.
Yeah.
I made the paper once when we marched when Fletcher Challenge was on strike. And maybe a party we were involved in made the front page of the paper that I will still maintain that the original people who were there for the party had nothing to do with the vandalism that happened.
Yeah.
After that.
I agree. Yeah, we were not in that immediate vicinity at the time.
And we left poor Deaton down there to drag his generator back.
Oh, but he made
himself. It. Yeah, because I was dating Nicole Bernard at the time, and she got me back to my tent. And I remember the cops showed up, and I think it was Constable Dane was there, and he knew knew me. He's like, Nick, were you down there? I was. I'm not there any fucking more. I was in I couldn't even fucking I didn't fucking stand up for fuck's sakes. Nicole had to carry me to the tent. Was that the night you found the fire pit?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had that scar on, I think it was my right leg for months afterward.
And there's a picture of us smoking, me, you, and Deaton, cigars.
Yep.
I think that was just after you had fucking fallen, tripped over a fire pit that we weren't using.
Yes. Oh, I was lucky.
Because it was in the dark, right?
Yes.
So that's why you tripped over it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Under 2 minutes left when defensive lineman Colin Broadbent was able to intercept a tip Canmore pass. That's awesome. Oh, God, that was such a fun night. And then the next night was when we watched
Delirious. Yeah.
Delirious, South Park, and Jason 6? Did we watch 6 out there?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, because we had all the extra booze. Because I think you bought me an 18-pack. I think I bought you something. And so we still had a ton of booze. It's like, well, guess we're staying another fucking night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fucking awesome. God, it's good times. Still got the pictures. I think the pictures are actually on Facebook.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to, oh, it was Mackie's parents. I don't know if Chadney, if Tammy's watching it, it was Mackie's parents. Mackie's mom owned the computer store.
Yeah, Heather.
Yeah, Heather. Yep. Mackie's mom. I haven't talked to her in a little while, actually. Heather. I talked to her. When did I talk to her last? I don't remember. Yeah, no, she messaged me. We talked just over Facebook. If you want to talk about the Bilderberg or something, let's see. I'll find some of these party year shit. Oh, look at some pictures.
I'll probably turn this into a segment, but for now, this is all I got for it, so it's quite short. And in other news, the Bilderbergs!
Yes! That is fucking awesome. Oh, that is great. Okay, so now I get this. You gotta be patient with me because I'm in the party years. All right. Let's see. I am in the snow, princess. Oh, okay. There we'll start. Let's just share screen. All right, let's go for a trip down memory lane. A young Morley and Droopy. I don't know who that is there. That's Steve Nygaard. I don't know. Cody's back there. I don't know who that guy is, though. I don't remember him. Fucking memories, eh? Jesus. Alex getting sodomized by Ryan.
It's all in the framing.
There it is, right there. Because
Yes.
look at your hands all fucked up, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, because your hand's all covered in black shit, too.
Didn't you post that on Facebook in the last year or two?
I think I just shared it on our birthday.
Shared
your birthday's right after mine, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I had sliced my finger open at work. The mill was shut down. That's why we stayed the extra night. I cut my finger open. Oh, memories. And there was the band. Yeah, this was the night after. Or the day after. That was the day after. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was the day after. I was so wretchedly fucking sick. And I think you're eating birthday cake behind me.
I think so.
I'm positive you're eating fucking birthday cake. Oh. Fucking bubblehead. Oh, memories. Fuck. I put those up in 2007.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how long ago this pictures went. Why the fuck is Deaton in my bed? Well, that happened a few times, and I ended up sleeping, I don't fucking know where.
In the trailer, you mean, or what?
No. In my house. That's my room in the house we lived on Selwyn.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in my bed. And I don't remember why the fuck he's in my bed. I know that happened a couple times, too.
Did James ever have a logical or rational reason for why he did anything?
No. Avatar. Remember Avatar? Avatar tells us what to do. Avatron tells us what to do. So I had a lot of fun at my birthday, or our birthday, that party. But this is still my favorite camp party. Like, without even a doubt, that this is my favorite night of partying with all of us, was Gattaga.
Wow. That was a long time ago.
That is my favorite party that we had. Because God, it was just so much fun. The debauchery. Remember? And you maybe you'll remember, you puked outside the tent. And I got up in the morning, I'm like, who the fuck puked outside the tent? I was like, right there, and you're like, sorry, it was me. Because it was me, you, and Ryan, I think, were in the tent.
Oh.
I think we shared the tent.
I didn't go into the lake, but I think you guys did.
Yeah, I did.
Ooh, how many leeches? Stand by me, anyone?
Oh, yeah, it was disgusting. This is a funny picture. This I remember because he was trying to be cool like me and Ryan, but it did not work for him. So Mr. Mackey's like, I'll have a beer too. And you see Ryan's got his beer. I had my beer. And Kevin drank this and went super fucking quiet. Because I think he was trying to focus on not puking.
That's a great picture.
I love that picture. And if I remember correctly, I think we did like 96 beer that night.
Yeah.
Between me, you. Is that what happened? Because then you ended up in the tent with me and me and Alex. And me, you and Ryan and Kevin drank the 96 beer plus the Fireball. Plus there was a couple big bottles of Mike's Hard in there, I think. Like, we drank a lot of alcohol that night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he didn't. That's right. So you ended up crashing with us. That's right. I'm just looking through the party years right now. Of course, that's where I got our avatar picture from, was the party years. Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausages? Oh, fuck. Oh, memories. There's an old picture. Holy shit, dude. We're so fucking young.
Ryan, I don't remember your dad showing up.
I do. Yeah, because he showed up and brought us more beer. Yeah, like he showed up and brought us some fucking, he brought more beer. That's how, because I think we only had, like 70-something beer. I think George brought us on the flat. Yeah, look how young we are, dude. Like, holy shit.
Jesus. Where was this?
That is Christy or Penny's house. That's in Peachtree, I believe.
I think that's Penny's place.
Or Penny's. That wasn't Chris, it'd be Penny's. Fuck. Wow. Yes, it was a 31. Yes. That's right. It was a 30. It's when they had the 30s. And Dad brought us another 30 pack. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yep. Fucking. You know, and it's nice. I can just go look at these. I just smile. It's just like the stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah, and you've got the guise of you're young at the time, so you can kind of get away with it. You're in between that mature adult and that stupid young kid age.
Yeah. So talk about stupid age. This was me, because I don't think you were here for this one. Me, Deaton, Armstrong, and I think I was dating Paige at the time. And Paige was there. And we drank all that in one night.
Whoa.
We drank all of that in one night.
That looks like Deaton's place.
Yeah, it's Deaton's. It's Deaton's mom and dad's.
Because I remember being there a few times.
Oh, yeah. We partied there numerous times.
Yeah.
Fuck, talk about a guy who fucking keeps sharing here.
Yeah, you forgot, but I'm sure there's someone out there, Jen, who remembers to this day.
You talk about a guy going ghost.
Yeah.
Just disappeared off the face of the fucking earth.
Good old Chuck.
Yep.
Oh, I remember Natasha. You remember? I remember.
That's why Ryan wasn't there, because he was with Natasha.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. I found the fucking alcohol from Katega.
Yes, I want to say that I took that picture.
Yes, you did. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Fireball. I said there was a couple. There was a Stinger in there. Mike's Hard, 2 Mike's Hard, and that was So in the corner down there, it is a 24 pack, Ryan. You can see it says 24 on the cans on the box, so it does say 24. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, we're so dumb. We were so fucking dumb. Ugh, memories.
And unfortunately, that's the futility of taking pictures, is that sometimes I'll look at those pictures and I'll think, what the hell is going on at that point? Because I've gotten rid of so many pictures over the years that had no context whatsoever in the grand scheme of what was happening that night. It's just a random picture that at the time I thought, whoa, this is a cool angle, or this looks nice.
Mm-hmm. This was Trevor's 19th birthday, and we went bowling because he wanted to have a beer. Yeah. Yep, there it is. And that is when Alex drove us home doing god awful speed in Trevor's little fucking
150 at times
in the fucking little Mustang, and Trevor's like,
yes.
Look, dude, slow the fuck down. Sorry. And then the next song would come on. Yes, I remember going to get trim blocks. Yep. Oh, but here, like, it's funny. Like, a lot of people say, "Did you live in the moment?" And I can look at all these pictures, and I still remember like everything that was going on. Almost pretty, considering how much booze was involved.
Mm-hmm. Just
the great times we had, the fucking amazing times we had.
Now, when someone says, "Did you live in the moment?" What do they mean exactly?
Well, I don't think they may be talking about partying. Like, I'll say this, and I've said this before. Like when we went to Kings of Leon, I don't think I took a picture at that concert.
Okay.
Because I was busy watching my son because he loved Kings of Leon, and watching his face when they started playing Pyro. Like, seeing it on video wouldn't have been as good as me seeing it, me witnessing it. Like, I still see it. I can still see it. Like, I can look, like, I can feel myself looking at him and seeing the stage and seeing him smiling, and like, he's like, Dad, they're playing it, right? So, I think that's what a lot of people mean, though, when they say, like, were you living in the moment when that happened? Because I think that's more of a thing nowadays, because so many people, whenever you see like an event happening, they're going like this, watching a concert, right? Yeah. And it's like, well, how are you enjoying that show? Right? I mean, I'm guilty of doing it too, but it happens a lot where it's like, man, like you just said, like I've seen people there the whole time with their phone, they're just holding it there the whole time. Like, why? Well, like, it sounds like shit. Like, you're never going to, like, why would you want to do that? I don't understand.
Yeah. If they were recording themselves having a great time for 5 or 10 seconds, I could see that. That's not only living in the moment, but preserving that moment. But
exactly. Yep.
Having it up and watching a concert, that's just stupid.
Look at that. This was probably the last time we were all together, and the last time we all will be together on this picture.
Is that the one in the backyard?
No, this is the one from my wedding, or the party in Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good old Kenny Buddy on the end.
Kenny Buddy. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Yeah, that was a fun night too. That was a good night.
That was a good night.
We almost got arrested. Like, walking to the sports bar. No, I didn't buy one drink that fucking night.
I was drunk in a bar. They threw me into public. Arrest them.
And I remember being at sports bar. I was getting some shit for my shirt because I was wearing the Canucks Suck shirt. All of a sudden, this big motherfucker walks in and goes, "Where the fuck's that broadbent fuck?" And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. And it ended up being a guy my dad played ball with named Ron. His nickname was Indian. And I hadn't seen him, 20 years at the time. By that time, I hadn't seen him, and I don't know. I don't know what he was doing back in town, but yeah, that was a fun night too. So, memories. What else am I looking at? Oh, that's football. Okay, so what's up? You like stuff?
I like stuff.
Cool.
There was this quote from Billy the Fridge that I saved because you had said something about Facebook, and I think it was 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. What do you got?
I'm not gonna share it on here. I'll send it to you on. Oh wait. Oh okay. Wait. Just. Oh holy fuck. Lavatuck. Oh fuck. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I'll just.
Maybe I should put this in an infographic. Billy had said, I like Facebook. It's a great way for me to stay connected with people I don't really talk to, ever.
He's not wrong.
That pretty much sums up my experience on Facebook, because I'm on there for a few minutes every once in a while, and that's it, and then streaming once a week. But
oh, I guess, right, eh? Yeah, you really don't use it really at all.
Not really.
Well, because when I texted you to see if you're okay, that's why I was like, oh shit, I should text his fucking phone, not his fucking. That's why I sent it to you again. I was like, are you okay? It's like,
and I didn't get back to you for hours and hours, so who knows?
Well, after I'd sent it to you on in Messenger, I'm like, I should probably message him on like his phone, because I'll probably answer there first, right? Hold on, let me find. I gotta send you this picture, because why didn't you send it to the group? That just would have made life a lot fucking easier, Ryan. Fucking kids these days and their fucking games. Now I can't find fucking Alex. Well, he's right there, but I can't find him in my message thingy. Search messenger, Alex. Did that work? Alex Barrowman. There he is. If you beat me to this fucking redneck, I'm gonna fucking beat you up when I see you again. Now he's trying really hard to beat me, and he's probably going to too. Oh, there it is. Okay, you're gonna have to look at your Facebook Messenger.
Threatened about it. Wow.
Oh, did you ever? Oh, did you ever get threatened about it? Oh, I remember. Yeah, go look at your. Oh, I remember.
I remember. You remember?
Do you remember? Oh, you're gonna remember. Because we had to warn the guy afterwards that, hey, FYI, you know, the place she used to live at has the highest STD rate in the world.
Oof.
You remember that? You remember?
This is my first time looking at that picture. Wait, no, that's cut from a video.
Yeah, it sure is.
It looks like it.
It sure was from our video.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, hey. And I shared this on Facebook today, and I was like, man, I know I share a lot of shit on Facebook, but there's just things that ring true, and this just hit home. Getting old is weird, because you're still the same enthusiastic kid trapped in the shit show of a body. Yep. I mean, I'd love to go play some road hockey and shit, but I definitely can't fucking do that. Absolutely not. Oh, that's Mom. Oh, hold on, I gotta set the Wi-Fi message here.
Who threatened you, Ryan? Him or her? Probably both.
Who did threaten you? I don't remember which one did, but
probably her.
Yeah, I saw her when we were back home.
Now because I remember you pulled up and she was right there. Was that the only time you saw her?
No, we went and visited after.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, we did. We went and visited after. So
I was gonna say that'd be strange. You haven't seen her in a while. You pull up. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Her was ashamed but not angry. Well, she did talk to me about it beforehand, and I said, "No, what are you even thinking?" But did I get listened to? No.
Of course not.
No.
What would we know?
It was him. Wow. So back then he threatens you with death over something like that, but nowadays you get the jab, he's like, "Well, good, I hope you die from it. You're going to grow a third arm. You're going to have altered DNA."
Man, what will happen if I'll grow a ginormous head? See what I did there? Did you like it? Did you like the joke?
Was the joke good?
Was the joke good? If the joke was good, you come back, eh? Oh, fuck. Fuck me.
A lot of people on Facebook are posting about the extensive damage on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yeah, it is. It's unreal. Like the damage around you guys. It's crazy.
Hey, Ryan shared our live stream. Thank you, Ryan.
Yay! Yay!
And you can see the extent of my great photoshopping skills as well.
Like I
I
said,
don't care.
if we
It
ever
gets the point across.
if we ever even grow an audience, like, even if we get past the 20 people, up to 20, 25 people that see this show, we don't change a thing about it.
No.
Nothing. Nothing. Keep it raw and stupid. All right. Okay, what else we got?
I forgot. I think I mentioned this on a show that I was doing myself, and that was a good few weeks ago. At the end of our shows, we used to, and we don't anymore because I guess we sold out to the man or something. We used to recommend music to people.
I love that part of the show.
We haven't done it in a while.
All right. Let's do a few, because I have a few. And like, you know what, guys, we're old. Well, I'm old. I forget things all the time. So if we repeat songs, just shut the fuck up and listen to them again. Okay. So, first song, it's a country song by Riley Green called "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died." I really like it. I mean, it's definitely very twangy. Don't waste your time, Alex. But yeah, Riley Green, "I Wish Grandpa's Never Died."
And it looks like that. I guess.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. What about you? Oh, yeah, I got to get ready. All right.
I'll do one.
Just one? Was that Metallica version or U2? Or
No.
Ed Sheeran? Oh,
Shut up.
not that one. Okay.
Shut up.
Sorry.
There it is. The band is called Non-Point.
Oh, I like Non-Point. I've heard some Non-Point. Yep.
Yeah. Non-Point was pretty good back in the day. I saw them open for Seven Dust at the Commodore Ballroom in 2005. And I think with them, between Non-Point and Seven Dust was the band that Jada Pinkett Smith was in. I can't remember what the name of that band was, but I'm pretty sure that was her.
Wow.
Yeah, she was in a metal band for a while.
Oh. Another song I like to recommend is Psycho Stick.
All one word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The song is called Beer. Ryan, I really like the live version from Nassau Coliseum. Live American Outlaws. The Highwaymen and Ghost Riders in the Sky. Fucking awesome. And so you guys need to listen to this Psycho Stick Beer and tell me this should have been like our theme song when we were 19, 20 years old. And they actually have another song called Obey the Beard. It's a good one too. No more?
No, not for now. I'll do one.
I'll do another one. Shut the Fuck Up by Pink Guy. STFU by Pink Guy. It's comical song. So.
Kind of like that.
Yep, that's exactly right. So.
Wow.
So. All right, good sir. Have you got anything else to ramble off? Don't believe I do. Oh, anybody in the Tabor area, future world champion of the galaxy, Dewey Robinson, and local legend Joel Mills are teaming up tomorrow night. Oh, well, of course, Corky and the Juice Pigs. Guess, come on, you have to get the version from YouTube though.
Yeah, the live Mad TV version. That is brilliant performance.
Yep. But yeah, there you are, wrestling tomorrow night here in Tabor, and then Saturday night, Dewey will be in action again in Lethbridge at Pure Power Wrestling. Get tickets there. Premium seating still available. Support your local wrestling and go have some fun on a Friday and Saturday that doesn't involve drugs, alcohol, or dismembering nuns.
Take a day off from dismembering nuns and go see Dewey Robson.
Future world champion of the galaxy. The great shining fucking endorsement. All right.
Oh, the old man's getting tired. Oh,
31 years ago today. November 18th, 1990, it made its television miniseries premiere.
I watched that with my girlfriend recently. It's pretty good, but some of the acting doesn't really hold up all that well. I have not seen the new It or It Chapter 2. I don't know if I will.
I didn't mind the first one. The second one was so fucking boring. Me and Cohen, he actually said, Dad, can we go driving? Because he hadn't got his license yet. Yeah. That's how fucking bad it was. And like, it was long. It was like almost 3 hours, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah. It like, I got to look up runtime. Like the runtime was, holy shit. Like, I guess that's a better way to look it up.
Yeah, the original, Ryan, I imagine if you're talking about the original, that got me for a while too, especially when the old guy who was in prison was looking at the moon and all of a sudden Tim Curry's face shows up. And I think he said something like, kill them all. That was crazy.
2 hours and 49 minutes.
Jesus.
Is the runtime.
I hope there's a sex scene. No, I'm kidding.
And there isn't. They're all adults. It's horrible. Ugh. Like, yeah, it was bad. It was fucking bad.
The bloody balloons in the library, that was pretty cool. I like that effect. I think, if I remember correctly, that first It movie, I think it was filmed here. I'm probably wrong on that, but some of the background shots looked really familiar. But then again, I watch a lot of movies and I think, that was filmed here in Vancouver. Turns out, nope, it was filmed in Maine, or it was filmed in Oregon, or it was filmed in Connecticut or Vermont or somewhere. Or Toronto.
It was filmed... Chapter 1 and 2. So the newer ones were in Port Hope and Toronto. Did your stomach just growl?
Yes and no.
Oh.
Yes for the truth and no for avoiding embarrassment.
You're right. Stanley Park, Beaver Lake, and St. Thomas High School, North Vancouver. So yeah, Vancouver is it. Yeah.
Cool.
There you go. Nailed it. In Burnaby, West New Minister, and Vancouver. So you were correct.
Nice.
All right. What the fuck are you sending us now, Ryan? Beer God.
Oh, yes. I remember the Beer God.
Yeah. The story around the beer god becoming beer god is pretty fucking funny, though. Well, that was us burning another one. But when, James Deaton's dad did all that work to get his granddaughter a Furby. That was when Furbies were like ridiculously expensive. And she opened it up. As soon as she took it out of the package, it fucking talked to her, scared the shit out of her, and she threw it against the wall and broke it. Yep.
Wasn't that around the same time that Tamagotchis were popular?
Yeah, I believe so.
And so was Mambo number 5 for some strange reason.
The trumpets! Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot to mention, and Dewey Robson is actually wrestling in Medicine Hat tonight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I should ask him, yob or no yob? So, that's, Anyways.
There was a Karen video that I found.
Yes! I'm always up for a Karen video.
I pulled it simply because of the interaction between these two people. I'm not taking anyone's side. I'm not saying anyone is right or wrong. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was interesting banter between them, almost like it was a bit. It's not a bit, but, looking at it from an outsider's perspective, yeah, it's entertainment, but not to the people who are going through it in that moment. That's a strange little disconnect we have in this day and age. I should have shared it. No, I can still do that. It's only about a minute long.
Get this motherfucking pimp.
Oh, your door fell.
Get out of here, shit. Son of a bitch. What do you want?
Your door fell.
Get out of here. Get out of my street.
Get out of here?
Toledo police. This motherfucker is a pimp.
Oh, shit. Come here then. Let's start hoeing. Don't put that by my car. You're going to get your ass kicked. Hey, bitch.
What did you say?
Man, you better get that off. You better get that shit off my car.
Let go.
You better get that motherfucker away from my car.
You pimp.
I'ma pimp you.
Get out of here.
I'ma pimp your ass.
I am not wearing your parka, huh?
Use
Get
it.
out of here.
Shut up.
She's looking like a man.
Get back.
Hey.
Son of a bitch. You vehicular homicide, son of a bitch. Get out of here.
You better move that goddamn. Hey, you better get that goddamn door away from my car.
Why is she carrying a door?
That's amazing. I'm so glad we watched that. Thank you. That is astounding. Oh, thank you for let's watch. That's great.
There's one more that I've got, and in this day and age, you can't really tell if something is a work or not,
Yeah.
But I got a good laugh out of this one, and I guarantee you will as well. This one's even shorter. I think it's a good 20 seconds long or something.
There's been a lot of comings and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What about
a lot of packages coming to this house particular. Well, something's going on in there. Something's going on in there.
So it's Amazon.
I'm taking the package.
It's my Amazon wish list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking my package. That's my stuff.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey.
Ow! Oh my God!
I did not kill you. You're fine.
Oh my God!
You sprayed me with.
And you want to know what? I mean, yeah, I bet a lot of people did say like, "Oh, that's set up," but that's still it probably wasn't. We've seen this outrageous shit. Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, you killed me.
Do you want to watch it again?
Yes, I do. Please.
You're taking my property.
Well, there's been a lot of comings and goings of UPS trucks in this neighborhood.
What about?
Okay, so let's break down the logic in this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
She is taking a package because there have been a lot of comings and goings of packages.
Okay, and if that's the case, then my neighbor, so Rob, one of my really good friends, lives next door, right this way. And between me and him, the Amazon guys are always here. So maybe people think we're up to some shady shit too, because I order a lot of stuff from Amazon.
Absolutely. You must
So-
be.
Yeah, we're up to shit. So continue.
A
About
lot
that.
of packages coming
So?
to this house particular. Well, something's going on in there. Something's going on
So
in
is
there.
it
No,
Amazon?
Oh, it's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Something's going on because I'm not there to supervise it. Therefore, there must be something going on. Oh, disgusting. Just because it's not happening in your purview does not mean it's nefarious.
Well, welcome. Oh, you must be way behind, Chad. We're like, that's like, Jesus, dude. That was like 10 minutes ago.
No, he's watching in real time. It's his brain that's catching up because he's old.
He got distracted by pudding. Must be good tonight.
There are maggots in your pudding. Getting in brain worms. Here we go.
taking the package.
It's my Amazon
I'm,
wish
sir,
list.
I'm taking the package.
No, you're not taking my package. That's my stuff.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
And then she pulls out, I don't know what kind of
Water.
spray that is, but
No,
it's
I
like
don't
a
know.
dispenser.
Well, I think maybe it's a correct thing for her dog. Like maybe it's like just instead of yelling at the dog or like fixing behavior, just spray him with the bottle. Maybe that's
Oh, yeah.
So.
Good possibility.
Ow! Oh my God! You killed me!
You
I
killed
did
me.
not kill you.
killed
You're fine. You,
Oh my God!
you sprayed me with.
I don't know why I took a drink of water there because I almost spit it all over my keyboard. Wow.
She might as well be playing for a European football team when she goes
Yeah.
down. Oh, you killed me.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's-
Okay, we're not okay. Let's go. We're not gonna end any better. So.
We're not going to top that, I
No,
guess.
we're not topping that. We're not topping that. That was amazing.
So-
you killed me.
For everyone who was here throughout, showed up at various points in time, thanks again for wasting a good hour 35 with us. You learned absolutely nothing, I'm pretty sure.
And that's the way we intended it.
Yes. Ryan, Old Man Lissick, Brody showed up for a bit. That's great. Jen was here. I'm not sure if Jen is still here, but Ryan and Old Man Chad, I'm pretty sure, are still here. And Corey showed up. Corey
Briefly.
dropped at least one comment. So
Yeah. Enjoy your Chinese.
time to eat some Chinese. Oh, cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
You got to be canceled now.
Yeah, typical white guy keeping the Chinese food down.
You're supporting them, but you're also appropriating them by eating their food. I don't know how the logic works in that, but you
That sounds
are
about
evil.
right.
Yes.
Yes,
For a white guy, yes, it sounds about
Yes.
right.
we condemn you to hell.
We'll be back next Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta Central. And I think we're going to have a good old go at some of the past Black Friday shit that has happened.
Yes.
Yes, because Black Friday this year is on Friday the 26th.
Yes.
I may have to put together a compilation.
Excellent. I can't wait. Okay. Bye, guys. Thanks for being here.
Bye, everybody. And I'm not queued up yet. Oh,
No, you're not.
shit. Okay.